If you listen to my radio show, then you have heard me say multiple times, some team in the NFL is going to sign a quarterback who is much better than anybody realizes. Over the last 3 years, Ryan Fitzpatrick has a higher completion percentage than Tom Brady, more yards per attempt than Russell Wilson, and a higher QBR than Deshaun Watson. He hasn't been the same Fitzpatrick, Fitzmagic, Fitztragic that he has been through so much of his career. And you put him together with that defense, Ryan Clark, I'm looking right at you. The Washington football team is definitively the team to beat in the NFC East. No ifs, ands, or buts.
I think the Washington football team is the best team in the East, and let's break it down. Philadelphia, they stink. Okay, that's number one. Throw them out. The New York Giants, your star running back is coming off an ACL. Daniel Jones turns the football over almost as much as Jameis Winston did. We know how that ended. I can't talk about the Giants. Now, RC, you bring up the Dallas Cowboys. You say the Cowboys defense is better. Just because you changed the guy calling the plays doesn't mean the players on the field are automatically going to change. That defense was terrible. Oh, by the way, they signed Dak Prescott back. Great. Guess what? They were 1-3 last year when Dak Prescott was healthy. So if you look at Fitzpatrick joining the Washington football team, I've said this before and I'll say it again. They got the best coach in the division in Ron Rivera. They got the best defense in the division led by that front four. And now you bring in Fitzmagic, baby. Yeah, he gonna lose you a couple games, but he's gonna win you some based on his style of play. Winnie, you and I, as always, we are sharing a brain like we do a whole A team when we get ready to share a transfusion in the clubhouse, baby.
That's it. That's exactly right. You get 2 extra shots next time we play together because I'm so happy with that take.
Clearly better than everybody else, or clearly the favorite. That I do not agree with. I think when you look at Dallas, they're going to score points. They're going to keep them in games with all the weapons. The offensive line can stay healthy, and I agree with the defense is going to be a struggle. But if Washington can address a few more needs in free agency, right now I'm not ready to jump on board and say clearly. If they can get help, their front four is ridiculous. If they can get some more speed at linebacker and they can get another corner or a safety, something to help the secondary, maybe another weapon on offense to go with Fitzpatrick, we'll start having that debate. But clearly, no, it's not clearly. I think it's them in Dallas, and I think you can pick either one.
As a Cowboys fan, how do you feel about this signing?
Honestly?
Yeah.
It scares me a little.
It should.
He's got some Freddy Krueger in him. It's like you can't get rid of it. And you never know. You got to look over your shoulder at Fitzmagic because you never know on any given Sunday.
Yep.
He can just rise up and go complete magic all over you.
Phobias over you.
Yeah. And you say, how is he doing it?
When Rivera was the Washington football team's coach last year, he tried to trade for Curtis Samuel, but Marty Herney, who's with the Panthers, didn't want to do it. Now they're all together in Washington. So that's fine.
You love to see it. He'll be a big help, a versatile weapon for Ron Rivera and Ryan Fitzpatrick out there in the nation's capital. They want to win that division and go even further this year. So, Ian, was this enough to do it? That's the question we'll bat around right now. We appreciate you joining us this morning. Kyle, do you think that Washington's still the team to beat after everything was said and done?
I like Washington, and I don't mean that just I like their chances. I like this team. This is going to be fun to watch. Fitzy and Curtis Samuel and Terry McLaurin, that's going to be a blast every single week. I'm calling them the old man and the speed. They're ready. This team is the division champs, and I think they got better in the offseason. And let's just look at the competition. The Giants, I don't know if Daniel Jones is a killer, guys. The Eagles, I don't know if Jalen Hurts is anything yet. And the Cowboys, oh boy.
Especially with their defense, and now the added weapons, because Samuels can catch it, he can run after the catch. Hell, Skip, they line him up in the backfield at Carolina and toss it to him, hand it to him, and he get outside and he can run it. So I like this. But like you said, now you can't double the guy and take him out, because that's what they were doing. They were doubling McLaren and making it tough. You can get the ball to him. Now he has a guy, okay, try doubling him. This guy can run. This guy can flat out fly. He'll run by you. And the thing is, now he open you up. You put the ball in his hand, now you try to tackle him in space.
Okay, I still love my trio. I still love CeeDee Lamb and Amari and Michael Gallup. but they're not blazers. They're not speed freaks, right?
Yeah, I think Gallup is the fastest of all them guys, but Gallup don't have the kind of speed these guys got.
No. And we got Shannon Jarwin back, as in Blake Jarwin.
Give the man, come in. Hold on.
Is he better than Logan Thompson? I don't think so.
I don't think so either. They're going to beat y'all. I don't know about anybody else. They're going to beat y'all. Because that defense going to be hunting Dak again. Offensive line, your offensive line not going to be very good. You got a year older.
Yep.
So you know what right now, Skip? I don't think they're done in free agency, and I'm going to see what they do in the draft. But right now, as we sit here and we discuss this, I like the Washington football team over your team.
You underestimate. We just signed Ty Nsekhe. We did. Ty Nsekhe. I must admit publicly,
I'm scared.
I love this move.
I love it.
Because I really like Curtis Samuel. I told our producer, Azzy, 3 nights ago, I said, boy, he's sitting there on the market. That's going to be a steal for somebody. And unfortunately, it's a steal for my arch rival. And it's exactly what they needed, because it was too easy to try to take Terry McLaurin out of games. And Logan Thomas has turned into a former quarterback, has turned into a legit weapon.
He is.
Tight end.
I like it.
Just legit weapon. So all of a sudden, you have 2 guys who timed 4.3 coming out of the Ohio State.
Yeah.
And actually, Curtis Samuel was 4.31 to McLaurin's 4.35. So he's a tick faster than the other guy. And they were both in the 2014 recruiting class at the Ohio State. And McLaurin tweeted last night or yesterday, quote unquote, we really talked about this in the dorm's freshman year. Like they're talking about, maybe we could be on the same team in pro football. Like